Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a really fast and super easy baby blanket. It is so soft and cozy. It's got flannel on both sides with cotton batting in the middle, and it's got bias tape. And it has this cute little hood up at the top. It is like making one giant pot holder. So let's get started. How much fabric you purchase depends on the size of the blanket that you're going to make. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of suggested sizes, but you can make this any size that you want. So I'm using flannel, so you're going to have enough fabric to where you can cut out 2 pieces of flannel and enough fabric to cut out 1 piece of cotton batting. Now the cotton batting is optional. If you want a really lightweight blanket, you can just use the flannel and not use cotton batting. But of course, if you want that heavier blanket, then of course use the cotton batting. Now the newborn, I'm going to give you a finished size of 30 inches by 30 inches, and you're going to need 2 1/8 yards to make the newborn. The hood, you're going to cut out 1 square that's 12 inches square. And of course the blanket size, you're going to cut out 2 squares that are 30 inches. And then you need 1 square of cotton batting that's 30 inches. For an older baby, you'll need about 2 1/2 yards. Make the hood 14 inches by 14 inches square. You'll need 1. And the blanket itself, 40 inches by 40 inches, 2 flannel pieces, and then 1 cotton batting piece, 40 inch by 40 inch. And then you're going to use bias tape. You might need a couple of packages depending on how large you want to make your blanket. To cut out your fabric, leave your fabric folded with the selvage edges together, and we're going to straighten out this first edge here. So what you want to do is line up the folded edge up here on a line, and then pull this raw edge, which is probably crooked, past a line over here. Now you're going to line up your ruler up here at the top and make sure everything is straight, and it's down here on the line at the bottom by the selvages, and then go ahead and cut it off. Then move your ruler over 30 inches for the newborn or 40 inches for the larger baby and cut your fabric. After you've cut your second piece of flannel out, you want to still leave them folded, selvage edges together, and then lay the 2 pieces on top of each other and align the folded edges together. And then lay them on top like this, and you're going to cut the selvage edges off, but you're going to count over 15 inches for the smaller baby blanket and 20 inches from the larger baby blanket. And you're going to count over from the folded edge, line your ruler up, and then cut the rest of the fabric off. Now take one of your layers of flannel, one of your squares, place it on top with the front side up of your cotton batting. And we're going to cut around all 4 edges to get an exact fit of the cotton batting. So go ahead and line your ruler up on the edge of the flannel, and then begin cutting around all 4 sides. So after cutting out the cotton batting, you want to have all 3 pieces layered. So you have the flannel on the back, then the cotton batting, and then the flannel on top. Then after that, you want to take straight pins and pin the layers together. And you want to scatter these straight pins all over the top of the quilt. And then at your sewing machine, you're going to do a straight stitch. Now I recommend you space your stitches out at least 5 to 6 inches. Now you can do more, but I would not recommend making them much wider than that. The quilting stitches help to hold all the layers together. So you would just first go up and down and then side to side. To cut the fabric out for the hood, cut your square according to the size of the baby blanket you want to make. Either it's going to be 12 inches or 14 inches. So cut out 1 square of cotton batting and 1 square of flannel. Place the flannel on top with the front side of the fabric up. Now you're going to cut this in half. So cut it corner from corner. Then remove the flannel from one of the pieces of cotton batting and set that aside. And then go ahead and place that piece of flannel on the back side of this. Line everything up, then do a few rows of quilting stitches on it, going this way and then of course this way. After you've done your quilting stitches, you want to go around and round up all 4 corners. So take something round, maybe a bowl from your kitchen or a small plate, and place it in there and trace around it and cut. Also do it on the corner of the hood fabric. After you've trimmed all the corners, then take your bias tape, fold it over the edge, and stitch it down close to the edge here. Then place this into the corner like this, and then do a little basting stitch close to the edge here. This is just to hold it in place until you put your bias tape on. Then go off to one side and begin folding the bias tape over the edge. Now before you start stitching, go over 5 or 6 inches and then begin to stitch. So go ahead and stitch around all 4 sides, and when you get close to here, then just stop stitching right about here and I'll show you how to bring the 2 pieces together. So remember, I started stitching here and I finished stitching right about here. So now I want to bring these 2 ends together. So you're going to take the 2 ends, overlap them, and have about a 1/2 inch overhang, and then cut the one end. Then fold the blanket, because it'll be much easier to bring the 2 ends together. So then you want to unfold the bias tape and bring the front sides of the bias tape together, and then stitch about 1/4 inch. Then finger press the seam open. Then unfold the blanket and fold your bias tape back the way it originally was. Okay. And then finish stitching it over the edge here. Well, this is what it looks like when it's done. You just fold the baby inside and they're just as snug as a bug. Well, I hope you decide to make this really cute and cozy baby blanket. I think you'll have a lot of fun making it, and the little baby will appreciate it too. Now, if you liked this video, click on thumbs up. Also, click on share to share the video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that lower button in the screen. It's red, it says subscribe. Don't forget to enter your email address and click on the little bell so that you receive notifications about my latest video. I'm Cheryl. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing.